Hello students, today we are going to study about the human nervous system. By now we have learned what were the reflex actions, what are the involuntary actions and voluntary actions and how they are being controlled. So the part next that we are going to study about is human nervous system. Now human nervous system consists of three parts. And what are the three parts? Let us see. It is made up of three parts, that are central nervous system, or we call it CNS in short. Then peripheral nervous system called PNS. And the third one is autonomic nervous system called ANS. Okay. So what they relate to? Let us see. The central nervous system, as the name is suggesting, it is consisting of the coordinating centers of the body, that is brain and spinal cord. It is made up of brain and spinal cord. Okay. Now, the brain and spinal cord receive information from all parts of the body and integrate it. Okay, so what is the function? They receive information from all parts of the body and integrate that message or that information. Okay, then next is we are going to study about them in detail. So we have here some highlighting points. Then comes PNS. As the name is giving you the hint, peripheral nervous system. Peripheral means what? It consists of the nerves that are arising from brain, that is cranial nerves, and from spinal cord called spinal nerves. Okay. Through these nerves, the nervous system communicates with the muscles. Okay. Again, let me tell you. PNS or peripheral nervous system has nerves that are arising from either brain called cranial nerves and another set of nerves that are arising from spinal cord, and we call them spinal nerves. Okay, and through these nerves the nervous system communicates with the muscles. So PNS, it is of two types. Cranial nerves, the nerves that are arising from brain called cranial nerves, and the another one is spinal nerves which are arising from spinal cord. And what both do? What do? They communicate with the muscles. Means they give or they take the stimulus or the information from the muscles. Okay, like retracting of hand from anything like hot or something. So who is connecting? Peripheral muscle nervous system is connecting over there. Okay, then comes the third one, that is ANS or autonomic nervous system. Now this is made up of two types of nerves again. What are they? They are called the pronunciation is very important. We call it parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system nerves. Okay, parasympathetic nerves and sympathetic nerves. Now what are these, or nervous system we can say? See, parasympathetic nervous system is that nervous system which is like when we are sleeping, we are like at rest, and then the important activities that are going on in our body, like digestion of food. Okay, so such type of activities which are happening when the body is at complete rest. we call them parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, the nerves which are controlling such type of activities. We say rest and digest nervous system. Fine. Then next is sympathetic. Sympathetic means like when we are in some emergency, we are in some problematic conditions, and at that time the nervous system which is guiding us whether to tackle the situation or to run away from the situation. Okay, either to go for that situation or run away, or we can say fight and flight nervous system. Fine. This is known as rest and digest. Rest and digest. Okay, it's just a tagline to understand. And this is called fight or flight. Either go with the situation, tackle the situation, or to run away from the situation. So this is how we can talk about the human nervous system. Let us again recapitulate it. There are three types or three parts of the human nervous system. That is central nervous system, which is called CNS and is made up of brain and spinal cord. Now, they receive information from all parts of the body and integrate that information. Then next is peripheral nervous system or PNS. It is made up of two types of nerves. And what are they? Either the nerves which are arising from brain, we call them cranial nerves, and the ones which are arising from spinal cord are known as spinal nerves, and they are coordinating all the activities or communicating with the muscles. Then third one is autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system is also called ANS, and this is made up of two types of nervous system. We call it parasympathetic nervous system or sympathetic nervous system. Understand? Now these parasympathetic nervous systems are those which are controlling all the activities, just like digestion, peristalsis, such type of movements are being controlled in this. Okay, when the organism or human being is at rest, and at that time the functions which are going on their own. Okay, so that. Another one is sympathetic nervous system, and it is also known as fight or flight. Okay, in such situations when either human being has to go for that, fight with that situation, or run away from that situation. So we call it fight or flight. Now, autonomic nervous system is connected with CNS, and it works, but it works independently and regulates involuntary activities of the body. So what kind of involuntary activities? As I have discussed here, it can be like beating of heart, okay, and peristaltic movements, etc., that I was telling you about of any alimentary canal. So I hope it is clear to everyone what are the different parts of the human system, nervous system. So now we will discuss in detail about CNS or the central nervous system. Fine. We are going to discuss about central nervous system, which means, in short, what do we call it? We call it CNS. Okay, central nervous system. What is it made up of? First of all, if you remember in last point we had discussed, it is CNS is made up of brain and spinal cord. Okay, now first of all we are going to discuss about brain. Brain is covered in a bony box in the skull and in a cranial cavity in the head region of the skull. Okay, now this cranium, or we also call it brain box. What do we call it? Brain box. Either we call it cranium or brain box. Fine. Now this brain box or cranium, it is quite tough and hard, and it protects the brain. from all sort of mechanical injuries and all. Then it is also the highest coordinating center. Brain is the highest coordinating center of the body, and it is enclosed with a fluid filled balloon like structure. Again I am speaking, fluid filled balloon like structure which acts like a shock absorption. Okay, it actually absorbs the shock. Like if our head bangs in the wall, we may feel like as if a lot of disturbance is there, chaos is there in the brain, but all those shocks are absorbed by whom? By this fluid filled balloon like structure. Okay, now this shock absorption prevents the brain from getting damaged because it's a very delicate organ. Okay, now this is soft whitish color organ. Brain is soft whitish organ. It is how much in weight? It has mass of 1.2 to 1.4 kilogram of the total nervous system. Fine. It makes the 98% weight of the total nervous system of human being. It consists of 100 billion neurons. Just see the number. 100 billion numbers of neurons are present. Okay, it is surrounded by, this is very important point, you need to remember it. This brain is surrounded by 3 membranes. How many membranes? 3. And these 3 membranes are known as meninges. What do we call them? Meninges. Very important. What are the covering or what are the membranous covering present around brain called meninges? Spelling is meninges, meninges. These meninges, again they have some fluid filled in them. Okay, and we call it cerebrospinal fluid. Again an important term. Meninges contains some fluid. Okay, again what is the function of this cerebrospinal fluid and meninges? They protect the brain from mechanical shocks. Again that what? That shock absorber, because it is highly delicate organ. So what are the key words for whatever we have learnt now regarding brain? Brain, part of CNS, is covered with skull. Okay, and in skull we also call it cranium, bony box. And another key word that we learnt about brain was fluid filled balloon covering the brain because of its visceral nature. Then brain is covered with 3 membranes called meninges. Fine. Meninges have a fluid called cerebrospinal fluid. Okay. What is the function of cerebrospinal fluid or fluid filled balloon or skull? They all make one function, that is protection of brain from shock. Okay, and if we become more precise, then shock absorber. Okay, so this is how we end up the topic here about brain. Now in next topic in next class we are going to study about the parts of the brain. Okay, thank you.